we've soon forgotten where we are coming from. To the extent that you had ever been in power before for 8 years. So to be a very good analyst of the situation, you should have printed what you inherited from President Nkukɔ and how you manage it. And then you bring from your time to today's time. Then we'll take you very serious. This issue of comparing prices, the late Ama Benywado and the rest, they were taking kenke and a gallon of petrol to rallies, to parliament, and the rest. Recently, one did that.
Before didn't take a gallon to campaign.
Please allow.
Before didn't take yellow gallon.
I thought you said on this platform you were a gentleman.
Allow him.
So the speaker stopped him. And so today, they've gone back to it. They've printed litany of items. And when you were reminding him, today, if we should fact check the prices of the things he's mentioning today, you realize that some of the prices, I don't know where they cooked them from. It's cooked figures to throw dust in the eyes of people today. So that is what they are parading around. But there's no solution. To all the things he's talked about today, he hasn't professed a single solution except to say vote for us. Vote for you to come and do what? He was preempting what I was going to say. But I thought that...
But I know you.
Yes. But let me serve you something good.
Yes.
On VOA, Straight Talk, Africa, with Hyde Adams, when Mahama took his turn for that interview, I'll read to you what the former President Mahama said before you accuse me of citing Russia-Ukraine as the reason for some economic challenges we face today. So your own mentor, the one you are hoping to become the president again of this country, he cited the issues you are preempting me to be saying. Or not mean a platform. Because when he got to the platform, he could not lie. He had to speak the truth. But when you come here, they've thrown you out to throw dust in the eyes of the people. Double standards. Listen to what former President Mahama said. He says former President John Mahama has admitted the global events such as COVID-19 pandemic and the war in Russia and Ukraine contributed to the current economic crisis in the country. He noted that the economic meltdown that has hit many parts of the world has also taken a toll on Africa and Ghana too. This is former President Mahama speaking. And the man you expect him to win elections in this country, this is his position. The position you are preempting will be taken. He has already taken that position. And you've forgotten yourself. He's here talking about the fact that we've been indexing taxation, import duty taxes to the dollar. You have been in power. You served in executive. Were you not indexing the import taxes to the dollar in this country? What is your solution today if we should give you power? And I'm happy for one thing. You know why? Yesterday, I was in Tema when Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia met the clergy and his tour of the country. Greater Accra is the 15th region he's visited so far. And the clarion call is that, look, these are things that are very inimical to all of us.
Is that when the saw happened?
Oh,
please allow him.
I want to light to do
allow him.
So you see, you just talk, no solution. But I'm saying that this particular problem you are talking about, indexing import duty taxes to the dollar, this is what Dr. Bawumia has to say. And yesterday, the clergymen, that is what he told them, and that's what he's been saying everywhere. That when he becomes the president of this republic 2025, there are three things he's going to do with respect to our taxation in this country. One, he's going to grant tax amnesty for us all to start and have a uniform rate of taxes in this country. And then the import duty. He's saying that the continuous for 67 years indexing of import duty to the dollar is going to stop. And this is how he's going to do it.
So why doesn't he stop now?
Oh,
he's the chairman of the economic management team. Why doesn't he stop now? Please answer the question.
You see, please, Kojo.
Stop it.
Kojo,
stop that.
People watching us. All the thing Mahama is talking about doing today, when he was in power, why didn't he do them?
He did a lot.
And let me remind you of President Mahama. When he was the vice president, okay, he even thanked God for the death of Atta Mills. And on that day, when he was sworn in, he thanked God that he came to office as a vice president. He's returning home as a president. On that day, he gave a number of policy directions. Remember? I have directed. So the transition from being a vice president to presidency, on the spell of the moment, he was directing and was giving policy directions. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? The man says, when I become president, the lamentations you are doing here, you haven't professed a single solution to it. And the man is saying that when I become president, these are the solutions I'm putting in place. And you are here ranting. The things you are preempting that I'm going to say, your leader you are hoping to become president had already said them. So don't preempt me.
I showed you.
No, I'm telling you, because people watching you will know the kind of person you are.
Kindly allow him.
The people watching us.
Because he was writing
No, allow him.
Look at the paper. Allow him. Russia, Ukraine, Russia, COVID, Russia,
when you were talking, you actually taking a look at it.
Russia, Ukraine,
you see,
he's quoting
President. So
you see,
please,
you are taking off his side.
Let me quote President, Vice President Mahama.
You are taking off his side.
How can global phenomenon
He has the floor.
escape Ghana?
You see,
global phenomenon.
Could you has the floor? Please allow. You started by saying he's now a minister. So kindly allow the minister.
At least you should be.
Russia, Ukraine,
You see, so you were telling Mahama to stop talking Russia and Ukraine. You are now telling Mahama.
You have the floor. Please go on.
You are now telling Mahama to stop Russia and Ukraine. Is that what you are telling him? Look, let me tell you something. So the point is that
tell Fatih
in the face of all this,
tell Fatih to stop sending the information.
What is this? You see, you want to spoil the program.
No, you have the floor.
But I will keep flowing.
Don't worry. You have
so let me tell you, my brother, with all the ranting, what is the solution? Nkukɔ, nkitinkiti. John Mahama in the 21st century, where today by the grace of God, we've increased enrollment in second cycle institutions from 600,000 to over 1.2 million. More girls are in secondary school than male kids today. With a higher passage rate, we are talking of technology, advancement. You are talking of Nkukɔ, nkitinkiti. That is what we should vote for you. Nkukɔ, nkitinkiti.
What is Nkukɔ, nkitinkiti?
John Mahama, he promised. Maybe a president to be ma. Me mamu Nkukɔ, nkitinkiti. Nkukɔ buom nkitinkiti. Agukɔ no toam. Etua no wato. In today's world, when we are talking of fifth generation spectrum usage,
when the
1 million
was
jobs,
opposition, they didn't tell us that city.
Honorable, I will have to.
Restrain him.
I will have to
restrain him.
No,
restrain him.
I will have to mute your mic.
Restrain him. You are not behaving yourself. After you said on this network, you are a gentleman. So stop this.
I'll come back to you and I will give you time. So else I will have to mute your mic.
Vice President Baumia is going around promising and telling you how he can turn the challenges we are talking about today. You go around, lament, cry, and your solution is Nkukɔ, nkitinkiti. Nkukɔ, nkitinkiti in today's world. We are talking about the fact that education, STEM, TVET, this is where we've taken it to. We reckon the challenges we have as a country. You enumerated the indexing of our import duty to the dollar. So if henceforth we stop the indexing to the dollar and we charge flat rates in cedi, then the cedi will regain its strength. Nobody needs to worry about the dollar anymore. These are policies, forward-looking, strategic, transformative. Then you come and sit here and tell me when you come and go come nkitinkiti. What is your solution? When you almost collapse our banking sector in this country, how do you call it? Those banks ahead of 2016 election, people were dying in this country. They lost their monies. Again, let me tell you, he was saying that if you had your money at the bank, in your bank account, is no more safe. We're talking of investment. We're talking of pension funds. That is true. It's not individual bank accounts that were tagged, cut, as we said. So when you are putting out information, be kind to yourself and to the good people of this country. Look, with all the noise we are talking about today, when you have power, you've done it before, to the extent that they printed bank accounts with names of leading members of Kufuor's administration with the amount of money, or to deceive these the good people of this country.
But for the haircuts, that one was true. It affected people.
It is true, but I'm saying that the investment
lost value.
Please, I'm saying. So he said that if you had your bank account, your personal bank account, they were no more safe. Please, people had that perception now. The investment, and please, it's the investment we are talking about.
Oh, can you allow? Please allow.
Please. Was your personal bank account attached?
No.
So that is the point I'm making.
But I had investments.
Yes, so you should differentiate there too. Your investment in portfolios is not the same as your personal bank account as is alleging. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not saying the head card did not happen. Okay? I've not said so. But to the extent that it's impugning your personal bank account, it's never happened. So let's be fair to facts. So for me, all that we are talking about is for the good of this country. The things we are talking about, the lamentations. If you go back, they said worse things when President Nkukɔ was in power. That is the most wicked president ever in the history of this country. Today, let me tell you. So I wish that, when President Nkukɔ came, this was the prices of all the things he's mentioning today. After our 8 years of power, the prices had gone down lower than that of President Nkukɔ. When you came, this is what you have done. Then people will take you serious. But with all the challenges, you know how to enumerate them. You have talked about them. We are this, we are that, we are that. In your electioneering campaign, as you are going around, former President Mahama says that he's not going to promise anybody anything. He's not going to promise anybody anything. The only promise he made to us today is Nkukɔ, nkitinkiti. And when he comes, he will legalize Okada. Nkukɔ, nkitinkiti, I will legalize Okada. In 21st century. So for me, the things he's talking about today, yes, some of the things we've admitted them. Vice President Bawumia has admitted a number of them, but there are solutions for them in agriculture, in technology, in this, how that will ultimately come together to give us the confidence.
I've given you actually 2 more minutes
in the things we do.
So let me round you up.
Yes. Please.
And let me give you
on the
3 minutes each.
Yes. On the report that came, we as a political party, we've always taken serious every report, whether it's against us or for us. You look at people who are undecided. You cannot tell where the allegiance will be from now to the elections. So every report, we will not run down any report, because for whatever the report is, a lot of work might have gone into it. You need to look at it as it were. There are reports that you have to look into it. Make sure you have the details of it, the sample size, and to make an informed decision as to what we are going to do. So we in the MPP will not be head swollen by the virtue of the fact that, look at Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. He's crisscrossing this whole country. He's working, selling his messages to the good people of this country. Our manifesto will be coming out. And then we'll keep pushing. We'll keep explaining the issues and exposing the lies in the NDC.